Walk into any luxury dealership today, and you're looking at $60,000, $70,000, even $80,000 for a new luxury SUV, loaded with a 72-month loan, drowning in depreciation, hoping nothing breaks the week the warranty expires. Now here's what nobody is telling you. There's a different group of buyers out there making a completely different choice. They're buying 20-plus-year-old Lexus models, 2003 to 2005 ES, GS, LS, RX, and GX, cars that sold for $40,000 to $70,000 back in the day, and now trade for around $5,000 to $15,000. And they're driving them like they're brand new. Sounds like a gamble, right? A car that's over 2 decades old. Not with a Lexus. These aren't clapped-out beaters held together with duct tape and prayers. These are meticulously engineered luxury machines built to last 500,000 miles. And with the right maintenance, at 200,000 miles, they're just getting broken in. So what should you buy instead? I'm going to show you exactly why the smart money is on an older Lexus, and give you the exact models to buy, plus the ones to actually watch out for. Let's start with the obvious: reliability. Lexus has ranked at the top of every reliability survey for decades. J.D. Power, Consumer Reports, you name it, it's Lexus at number 1 or number 2, year after year. But here's what makes the 2003 to 2005 models special. These cars were built during what mechanics call Lexus's golden era. They came before the complicated electronics, before the touchscreens that glitch out, before the turbochargers and direct injection that cause carbon buildup. These are simple, overbuilt, bulletproof machines. The engines are legendary. The 3-liter 1MZ FEV6, the 3.3-liter 3MZ FEV6, the 4.3-liter 3UZ FEV8, the 4.7-liter 2UZ FEV8, all of them known for running 300,000, 400,000, even 500,000 miles on basic maintenance. The transmissions are smooth as silk, traditional automatics, not the CVTs or dual-clutch units that give newer cars trouble. Change the fluid every 60,000 miles, and they'll outlast the body of the car. The suspension is built for comfort and longevity. No air suspension to leak and fail on most of these models. Just proven coil springs, shocks, and control arms that are cheap and easy to replace. I've seen 20-plus-year-old Lexus vehicles with 250,000 miles that drive smoother and quieter than brand-new economy cars. No rattles, no squeaks, no warning lights. That's the kind of reliability you just don't get anymore, even from new luxury brands. Here's where it gets really interesting. A brand-new 2026 Lexus RX starts around $51,000. Add a few options and you're pushing $60,000 or more. Finance it over 6 years at 7% interest, and you're looking at $900 to $1,000 a month, plus insurance, plus registration, plus maintenance. Now let's talk about a 2004 Lexus RX 330. You can find clean examples with around 150,000 to 180,000 miles for roughly $6,000 to $11,000, depending on condition and where you're shopping. Pay cash, and your only costs are insurance, gas, and basic maintenance. No car payment, no fresh depreciation, no $800 a month stress. And here's the kicker. That RX 330 has most of the same luxury features as the new one. Leather seats, heated seats, power everything, premium sound, sunroof, even navigation on some models. Sure, it doesn't have Apple CarPlay or a backup camera built in, but you can add both aftermarket for under $500 if you really want them. So let's do the math. Buy an $8,000 RX 330. Drive it 5 years. Even if you spend $3,000 on maintenance over that time, you're at $11,000 total. Buy a new RX, and you'll spend $60,000 or more on payments alone, not counting interest, insurance, or depreciation. That's roughly a $50,000 difference. For what? A backup camera and Bluetooth? Smart buyers are doing the math, and they're choosing the older Lexus every single time. Not all of these older Lexus models are created equal. Some are home runs. One has a well-documented weak spot. Here's the breakdown. 2003 to 2005 ES 330. The sweet spot. The ES is basically a fancy Toyota Camry with a V6 and luxury features. Rock-solid reliability, cheap to maintain, and you can find clean examples for around $5,000 to $8,000. Perfect daily driver. 2003 to 2005, RX 300 and 330. The luxury SUV everyone wants. Comfortable, spacious, bulletproof. The V6 and transmission are proven winners. Expect around $6,000 to $11,000 for a good one. 2003 to 2005 GX470. The hidden gem. It's a Toyota 4Runner in a tuxedo with the legendary 4.7-liter V8. These run forever, especially if you need four-wheel drive and towing capacity. Check for rust underneath, but mechanically, they're tanks. Price range: $10,000 to $15,000. 2003 to 2005 LS430. If you want the ultimate luxury sedan, this is it. Over-engineered to the point of absurdity. V8 power, whisper quiet cabin. It does have air suspension, which can get expensive to fix, so have it checked carefully before buying. These were $60,000 plus new. You can get one today for around $8,000 to $12,000. 2003 to 2005 GS300 and 430. The sportier sedan option? The GS300 runs the reliable 3-liter inline-6. The GS430 gets the V8. Both are fun to drive and built like vaults. Price range: $6,000 to $10,000. Now, the one to actually watch out for, the SC430 convertible. It shares that same air suspension system as the LS430, and it's known for leaks and failures as it ages. Budget for that repair, or look for a car where it's already been addressed. One myth worth busting. A lot of buying guides tell you to skip the IS300 from this era over reliability concerns. That's actually backwards. The IS300 runs the same overbuilt inline-6 architecture found in the Supra, and owners and mechanics consistently rank it as one of the most dependable cars Lexus has ever built. Its quirks are minor: a stiff sport-tuned ride and a couple of small interior annoyances. Not expensive ones. If you want something sportier than the ES, it's worth a look. Okay, you're sold. But how do you make sure you get a good one? Here's what to check. Service records. This is number one. A Lexus with complete service records is worth way more than one without. Look for regular oil changes, transmission fluid changes, coolant flushes, and timing belt replacements where applicable. Rust. These cars are mechanically bulletproof, but they can rust. Check the undercarriage, wheel wells, and frame carefully. If you're in the rust belt, this is critical. Oil leaks. Older Lexus engines can develop valve cover gasket or oil pan leaks. Not expensive to fix, but use them as negotiating points. Transmission feel. Take it for a real test drive. No slipping, no harsh shifts, no delays. If the fluid's been changed regularly, it should feel perfect. Suspension. Listen for clunks or rattles over bumps. Check for oil on the shocks. Replacing suspension parts is cheap, but know what you're getting into, especially on the air suspension models. Air conditioning. Make sure it blows cold. A compressor replacement is a $500 to $1,000 repair. Interior condition. Lexus interiors hold up incredibly well, but check for cracked dashboards, worn leather, and working power seats. If the interior's trashed, walk away. And always get a pre-purchase inspection from an independent mechanic. Spend $100 to $150 now to avoid a $3,000 surprise later. If it checks all these boxes, you found a winner. One of the biggest fears about an older car is maintenance. And yeah, a 20-plus-year-old Lexus needs more attention than a brand new one. But it's not as bad as you think. Oil changes every 5,000 miles. About $60 at a shop, $30 if you do it yourself. Call it $200 a year. Transmission fluid every 60,000 miles. About $150 for a drain and fill, once every few years. Coolant every 50,000 miles, or 5 years. About $120. Brakes every 40,000 to 60,000 miles. $300 to $500. Tires every 40,000 to 50,000 miles. $600 to $800 for a good set. Where applicable, every 90,000 miles, $800 to $1,200. This is the big one, but if it's already been done, you're covered for another 90,000 miles. Add it all up, and you're looking at roughly $500 to $1,000 a year in routine maintenance. Compare that to a $900 a month car payment. That's over $10,000 a year before you even touch maintenance. The math is clear. And here's what surprises people most. In some ways, an older Lexus is actually better than a new one. No turbochargers. Newer models are moving to turbocharged engines for fuel economy, which adds heat, complexity, and failure points. The older naturally aspirated engines are simple and bulletproof. No CVTs. No mess of complex electronics that cost thousands to replace. Better build quality. Thicker metal, heavier doors, more sound deadening. Easier to work on. No plastic engine covers hiding everything. No special tools needed for basic maintenance. And the big one, no subscriptions. Newer cars are starting to lock features behind monthly fees. Heated seats, remote start, you name it. Your older Lexus? Everything just works. No subscription required. Let's put this together with a real-world example. Scenario 1. Buy a new 2026 Lexus RX for $55,000. Financed over 6 years at 7%. $900 a month equals $64,800 total. Full coverage insurance at $200 a month. $14,400 over 6 years. Maintenance, with warranty covering the first 3 years, $2,000. Registration and fees, $3,000. Total cost over 6 years, $84,200. Scenario 2. Buy a 2004 RX 330 for $9,000 cash. No car payment, zero. Liability insurance at $100 a month. $7,200 over 6 years. Higher maintenance but no payment. $6,000. Registration and fees, $1,500. Total cost over 6 years, $23,700. You just saved roughly $60,500 for a comparable luxury experience. And that's not even counting depreciation. That new RX loses around $22,000 in value within the first 5 years. The 2004 RX has already fully depreciated. It'll be worth about the same in 6 years as it is today. Smart buyers understand this math. That's why they're buying older Lexus models. Now, I'm not saying everyone should run out and buy one. This strategy works best for certain drivers. Buy one if you want luxury on a budget without going into debt. You're handy or you have a good independent mechanic. You drive moderate mileage. 10,000 to 15,000 miles a year is ideal. You hate car payments and want to own your car outright. And you don't chase the latest tech. Don't buy one if you need a warranty for peace of mind. You need the latest safety features. Modern cars genuinely do have better crash protection and driver assist systems. Or you're not willing to do the homework because buying used requires research. For everyone else, an older Lexus is one of the smartest purchases you can make. You get most of the luxury experience for a fraction of the cost. And with proper maintenance, it lasts just as long as a new car, if not longer. So next time someone tells you that buying an older car is a bad idea, just smile. While they're making payments on a depreciating asset, you'll be driving a fully paid-for luxury vehicle that'll run for another decade. Which of these models would you actually consider? The RX or the GX 470? Drop it in the comments below. I read every single one. If this video just changed how you think about buying a car, hit the like button. Subscribe for honest research, real data, no industry spin.